Hello, I'm Mike Hayes, and in this video I'm going to share with you some of my favourite jazz guitar chords. The fact that they're easy to play and sound great is a real bonus, and makes them an ideal starting point to jump on the fast track to learning jazz guitar. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first chord shape that we'll be learning is a G dominant seventh. And the most important thing here is to make sure that the only strings that are sounding are the ones that we have our fingers placed on. So we want the 6th, 4th and 3rd strings to sound, but we want the 1st, 2nd and 5th string to be muted. This chord shape is a movable chord shape. In other words, we can move it all over the guitar fingerboard, and it takes its name from the note on string 6. In other words, the note on string 6 at the 3rd fret is G, therefore this chord shape is named G7. Before we play our first jazz chord progression, we need to locate some other notes on string 6. If we go up to the 8th fret, we'll find the note C. That means that if I move that chord shape that we just learnt, the dominant 7th chord shape, if I move that shape up to the 8th fret so that my first finger is located on the note C, the sound of this chord will be that of a C dominant 7th chord. Let's continue up to the 10th fret where we'll find the note D. Once again, if we move that chord shape up so that our first finger is playing the note D, we'll be playing a D dominant 7th chord. Right, then we only need to learn one more chord. If we move that D note from the 10th fret up 1 fret higher, we'll be playing the note E flat. And once more, if we move that dominant 7th shape up so that our first finger is playing E flat, we'll be playing an E flat dominant 7th chord. Okay, we've learnt all the chord shapes that we need. The first chord progression we'll be working on is from the Miles Davis classic All Blues. It's in 6/8 time, so you'll hear 6 clicks in before we start playing, and we'll be playing our chords on the 1st and 4th click in each bar. We'll play the entire chord progression through twice. Here goes. Okay, time to learn some new chords. Let's go back to our G dominant 7th chord, that's the one we started on, and by slightly modifying this chord, just changing the position of one of the notes in the chords, we have a G minor 7th chord. Don't forget to pay particular attention to the fingerings that I'm using. Okay, the next step is to move this minor 7th shape that we've just learnt up to the 8th fret. And when we do this, we have a C minor 7th chord. Okay, the next step is we need to locate the notes B flat, A and A flat on string 6. So let's do that next. B flat is located at the 6th fret on string 6, and we're going to use our old friend, the dominant 7th shape here. So we move our dominant 7th shape up to the 6th fret, and there's our B flat 7th. The note A on the 6th string is located at the 5th fret. Once again, we're going to use our dominant 7th shape. When we move it back to the 5th fret, we have an A dominant 7th chord, and we need one more chord to play our next song, and that's an A flat 7th chord. The note A flat on string 6 is located at the 4th fret. So if we move our dominant 7th shape back to the 4th fret, there's our A flat 7th chord. Okay, let's play our next song, which is called Comin' Home Baby. The rhythm I'll be using for this song is called the Charleston. After you've practiced the new chord shapes, you might want to copy my rhythm. Here goes. Our next exercise will be to play the note sequence C, F, B flat, E flat, all on the 6th string. I'm going to hold each note for 4 beats. Here we go. Our next step will be to learn the location of the notes F and E flat on the 5th string. The note F on the 5th string is located directly underneath the note C. It's at the 8th fret on string 5. The note E flat is located directly under the note B flat. It's at the 6th fret on string 5. Now let's play that note sequence of C, F, B flat, E flat. Let's play it 2 ways. The first time we'll play it entirely on string 6, and then the next time through we'll play it using a combination of string 6 and string 5. Here we go. Next up, we'll be learning an alternative dominant 7th shape. This shape is named after the note on string 5. Now let's go back to that same note sequence of C, F, B flat and E flat, only this time we'll play that sequence as dominant 7th chords. The first time through we'll only use our original dominant 7th chord shape, the one we learnt right at the beginning of this video. We'll be moving up and down the fingerboard, taking our reference note based entirely from string 6. Then we'll go through the same sequence, only this time we'll use a combination of the 2 dominant 7th shapes that we've learnt. The C7th based off the note on string 6, the F7th based off the note on string 5. For B flat 7, we'll go back to string 6 for our reference note, and then changing to our alternative shape for E flat 7, where we'll be using our key note on string 5. Next up, we're learning a new chord shape. This time it's a B diminished chord. And you'll notice this shape is similar to the dominant 7th chord that we just learnt. The key note for this chord shape is on string 6. And now we're going to move that new dominant 7th shape that we've just learned. We're going to move it down so that our second finger is covering the note D on the 5th string. And the note D is found at the 5th fret. For this next exercise, we're going to alternate between the two dominant 7th shapes. We're playing D7th both times. We're going to begin with the D7th based off of string 6 and then alternating that with the D7th shape based off of string 5. And now let's do that with one more chord. We're going to learn an alternative way of playing C7th based off of the 5th string. The note C on string 5 is located at the 3rd fret. Therefore we'll move our dominant 7th shape down the fingerboard until our second finger is covering the note C at the 3rd fret on string 5. And once more, we'll practice alternating between a C dominant 7th based off of the 6th string and the new C dominant 7th shape that we've just learnt based off of string 5. Okay, let's do one more song so you'll have an opportunity to review all these new chord shapes and hear how they all work together. This time we'll play Route 66. Well, that's it for today, folks. I do hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope there's something in this lesson that'll help you develop your own musical style on guitar. If you enjoyed this session and felt you got some value out of it and you'd like to support this channel, there's a link in the description below this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the good stuff, and if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like. It really helps us out. Until next time, all the very best with your guitar playing. Bye for now.